Hey gang, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the Saturday Night Shave. As you can tell from the thumbnail, what I'm going to be using. But in case you didn't catch it all, we're going to be using the Gillette 7 o'clock Super Stainless. I'm going to be using the Game Changer with the 84.84 base plate. I want to get the new one that's coming out. I hope they're not all gone by the time I can get one. That's what happens when you live on a fixed income and this stuff. I need this stuff right now because it cheers me up. It makes me feel good. It smells fantastic. Almond is good stuff. And I'm going to be using my favorite brush for certain things. And it is my favorite brush for this. And it's the Silvertip Badger I got from West Coast Shaving. I like that little coin in the bottom. So while I'm loading up the blade, I've got it sitting here in my Texas coffee mug, which I need to get. I really need to get a better Texas coffee mug. I mean, I call myself the cross-eyed Texan. And for the most part, y'all just know I'm cross-eyed. Y'all don't say much about being a Texan. So while I'm loading up this blade, I want to tell you something that I found out that I'm happy for and kind of mad about all at the same time. Did you know that June since 1992 has been declared Men's Mental Health Month? No, I didn't either. And it's been that way for 31 years. You don't hear about it on the news. Nobody talks about it. And it just doesn't seem to be that important. Well, it is that important. And I'm going to do my best from this day forward, from every June forward, to be sure and make a special video on June for men's mental health. Are you aware that the highest demographic of people that commit suicide are men? Did you know that? People that have the most mental breakdowns are men. I don't understand why this is not a better known issue. Leave me a comment. Tell me if you knew that June was Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Because I sure didn't. I want to do my best to bring this to other people's attention. I don't have a lot of connections in the shaving community, but I'm going to send this off to a couple of channels that I subscribe to. I want to see if maybe Geo would pick this cause up, and I want us to send this over to a few other bigger YouTubers than me and see if us gentlemen can get together and start making this a more well-known event so we can be there and encourage each other. Because, man, we need it. It's something that's worth talking about, even though it's unpleasant. But now that I've talked about it, let's get on with the shave. I'm putting a little bit of lukewarm water in my sink because it's just too bloody hot here in Texas. And I'm going to apply this Taylor of Old Bond Street Almond in a different way. This is my favorite way to apply this soap. Stick my dang old finger in here. I'll put a little bit right there. Now put a little bit right there. Put a little bit under here. A little bit on my chin. A little more. Put it over here. Alright, we take out this Silvertip Badger brush. Wring it out a little bit. I don't like this brush for some things, man, because it doesn't seem to have a lot of backbone. But this particular thing, that's what it looks like when it's wet. But this particular activity, fabulous. In fact, I'm going to pick up a little bit more water. Y'all didn't think that'd work, did you? It works. See, looky there. Works pretty darn good. I call it the dab method. I heard Chris Rock say one time, in the middle of a comedy routine, he said, only women, dogs, and children are loved unconditionally. A man is loved based on what he can provide. Gentlemen, you're not alone, man. You're not alone. All right, so let's see how we do here. I just got some of the hair from my head in my razor blade. Man, I like the 7 o'clock super stainless. You've said that before. Yeah, I just said it again. You know what? I woke up today and I just felt super grateful. And did some work in my room, cleaned stuff up. My buddy set me up with a very nice printer. I've got that all hooked up. Ran the vacuum, cleaned off my desk because I spend a majority of my time at my desk. Good Lord. Reading and studying, doing things like that. But it's been a wonderfully glorious day. And it wasn't until this afternoon that I found out for the past 1992, 31 years, that it's been Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And I haven't heard about it on the news. If you've heard about it on the news, leave me a comment. I've been there. When my wife took her life and left me, I'm legally blind. I can't drive a car. I can do pretty much everything else. I just can't drive a car. Well, that's a lie. I suck at tennis. I can't see them damn tennis balls either. But when my wife died and left me there to raise 2 kids by myself, I went through some mental health issues myself. And it wasn't pleasant because men aren't supposed to talk about that stuff. And I want to make sure that that doesn't happen anymore. So this is the platform that I have. And to an extent, I will talk about it there. I'm also going to leave a link to a podcast that I do where I talk about some of the things that I've been through and talk about what happened with my wife. And maybe if you're watching this video and you're struggling with some mental health issues and you're thinking about giving up, maybe it'll encourage you and you won't. All right, so put a little more on there. Man, these silver tip brushes, I think at West Coast Shaving, I paid $57 for this one a year or so ago. I love the almond, man. It just smells like cookies. It smells like, everybody says this smells like Cella. I don't know, because I don't have any. All I know is it smells fantastic. And it makes me happy. I'm not trying to bring everybody down or be sad, but it's something I want you guys to be aware of, man. Around the world, I know I've got viewers in Australia and England, and I got one in Finland. Man, if there's everything you need somebody to pray for, you just drop me a comment and say, hey, man, you don't have to tell everybody what it is. Just say, hey, TCT, I need some prayers, and I'll do it. Looking forward to the church tomorrow. Got all my dang old laundry done. This new microphone picks up the feedback from the razor a whole lot better. Man, if you haven't tried the Gillette 7 o'clock Super Stainless, give them a try. Tell me what you think. It's so hard to get gung-ho about a razor blade because, you know, you might be jumping up and down, talking all about it, and one guy's like, man, I hate them. They're terrible. But for me and my face, they work very good, especially in this aggressive razor. I remember when I first got this Game Changer, boy, the first time I shaved with it, I was scared. I'm not scared of it no more. I do want to try it with a feather. Also, if you haven't tried the Taylor Revolt Bond Street Almond, give that a shot. Boy, certain things kind of calm me down, and that smell is just one of them. This may only be a 2-pass shave, boys. I try to keep the videos below 20 minutes because even I don't like watching videos for longer than 20 minutes. You know, one of the best things about this whole wet shaving thing, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, is it gives you a chance to slow down. We rush through so many things. I got a friend of mine who rushes through meals so he can get on to the next thing. And there's nothing really wrong with that, but I want to take some time to really enjoy life and not miss out on the little simple things that make it awesome. Never forget what the famous philosopher Ferris Bueller once said. He said, life moves pretty fast, and if you don't slow down every once in a while, you might miss it. All right, so let's draw off this face of mine. Gentlemen, I need a good, unscented splash, I think. Make me some recommendations. Because I can't think of one. There's one that has witch hazel in it, and I cannot remember the name of it. My son actually has some. So, well, we're going to go back. I found a spot right here. I need to drag a razor over. But other than that, it's a 2-pass shave. Ooh, interesting. It's alum block time. So we're going to see how this shave was. And this is the one that I prefer right here. Razor block, alum block. See how we did? A little stingy right there. But overall, fantastic. I think it'll do. I'm going to let this sit for about 30 seconds, and I'm trying to decide if I want to stand my crippled self up and grab something and I've decided that I don't. So we're going to let this sit for about 30 seconds. I hope you guys caught the last fragrance review I did where I talked about micro perfumes. So to my wet shaving buddies, if there's something you want to try and don't want to drop $50 to $150 on it, there's a place called microperfumes.com where you can go and order a 5 milliliter sample of it. Or if you just don't wear cologne that much and you want to keep, 3 or 4 of these around for certain occasions, you can get them there for anywhere from 10 to 30 bucks a piece. And that seems like a lot for 5 milliliters, but some of these, the ones that are $30 a piece, retail for $200 to $300 a bottle. So if you want something super fancy but you don't wear cologne that much, check out Micro Perfumes. And no, I don't get any money for it. I don't have a big enough channel to get any money for nothing. Everything I buy for this, everything I do for this channel, I pay for. And I am on a fixed income. So I try to do as good a job as I can because I want to encourage people, number one, to enjoy wet shaving because I think there's some mental health benefits to it. Number two, to share their joy of wet shaving with everybody else. And number three, to slow down and enjoy life instead of running through it because it's going to be over before you know it. So we're just going to go with good old Nivea. Boy, I use this more than anything. I want to take a moment and say thank you. I always get really nice comments from people. And if you have questions about my eyesight or anything like that, man, don't be afraid to ask. I don't mind sharing that kind of information with people. It gave me a unique perspective on life. And believe it or not, I'm kind of thankful for it. I mean, I'd like to be able to drive a Ferrari. I'd probably have a girlfriend if I could do that, but I don't. So I've learned to be grateful for the things that I do have. And that's why I woke up feeling thankful today. As always, this world can be a very hard place. Sometimes there aren't a lot of nice people out there. So any chance you get to hold the door open for somebody or smile at somebody or help somebody out, man, do it. Be the change you want to see. I hope you guys are blessed. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching the video. If it was good, subscribe. Leave if the video was good, give me a thumbs up. If you like this type of content with wet shaving and some encouragement, subscribe to the channel. God bless you guys. Remember, if you're having struggles, gentlemen, reach out and get some help. God bless y'all.